Hey, what's good YouTube? Target here and welcome to another episode of Design and Manage, my City Skylines and Modded Let's Play series. In the last episode we have built this coastal area, this commercial coastal area, and today there's a few things that I want to address in this location, so let me explain you a little bit what I have in mind. Okay, so as you can see we're having quite a bunch of problems here. Well, it's just one particular problem, which is there's a lot of floods in this location. What I've done on the last episode was raise the terrain of this area, and it seems that this area is pretty much fixed. But and I actually thought this was going to fix the flooding problem of this entire area, but apparently these particular locations are still flooding. So what I'm gonna do is do the exact same thing that I've done here, and I'm going to raise the terrain of this entire location so that we don't have any more floods in this area, and that will settle this problem once and for all. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna try to do this as quickly as possible, and I'll meet you in a couple of seconds. Okay guys, this wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It only took me around 10 minutes to rebuild this entire thing. And now we have all the buildings, all the commercial buildings and also the residential buildings being developed all over again. So yeah, I believe I didn't forget anything. The ferry connections and also bus stops are all set in place. So yeah, I believe we can move on from this location. Moving on to the main part of this episode, what I thought we could do today was coming back to our leisure island over here and I don't know, perhaps develop the final layout of this circular shape. As I've mentioned on past episodes, this is going to be the core area for leisure, and I'm going to pack a lot of unique buildings in this location. Now, I have already placed a lot of these buildings throughout my city, so I am quite limited on the amount of things that I have, but I believe I can turn this into a very specific leisure area, and I'm going to enclose everything. After placing all the buildings, I'm going to enclose everything in a park. So these buildings are pretty much going to be inside a park. That's the long-term solution for this. For now, I just want to check out what kind of buildings I want to place, and yeah, we can start working. The first thing that I've realized is that most of the buildings are way too big for this particular location, and because of that I will have to delete this central avenue, this round avenue. So that's something that it's going to be a shame, because I particularly like this shape that I have here, but I think I'll have to delete it. So I'm not going to delete everything. I think I'll delete just half of it. So I am going to grab my bulldoze tool and I am going to delete this location. And I'm also going to delete the metro station because I'll have to place it somewhere else. For now, I have no line going through it, so it's going to be no problem at all. But now I have a particularly large shape to place some unique buildings, which I can start working on. Okay guys, this is the initial placement of buildings that I have done. I have started off by placing this modern art museum, which spends about 1000 a week. Then I have the ziggurat garden, which is turned off at the moment because I don't have power coming here. Then I have this aquarium, the Theater of Wonders, and the regular stadium that comes with the vanilla game. And finally, for the central piece of this island, I chose the Cathedral of Plenitude, which I believe fits very well in this location. And by the way, we're having a massive death wave, which is nothing to worry about, I hope. Anyway, I think these buildings fit very well in this location, at least for the time being. I also want to unlock quite a few things, so if I come to the unique building tab, I have, for example, well, not this one. This one I'm required to win a scenario, which I'm not gonna do. But I have a couple of these, such as, for example, this one, the Servicing Services Offices, which is unlocked when I place 300 city service buildings. Right now I have 239, so we could probably achieve this. Then we have some others that could be pretty interesting. Then we have this business park, which requires 20,000 squares of commercial. I already have 17,000. Then we have the helicopter park, which requires the medical helicopter depot. And finally the tax office, which requires the water treatment plant. So these are pretty easy to achieve. I also have some others that could probably suit the city, but I will probably never achieve in the city. For example, we have the courthouse, which requires a crime rate over 50%, which is never going to happen in the city, no way in hell. And you also have things such as the Sphinx of Scenarios, which requires you to win 3 scenarios. I'm not planning on playing any more scenarios, so I believe this is also another building that we are not going to unlock. However, we can focus on the things that we can unlock right now. So let's start off by playing the medical helicopter depot, wherever it is. Oh, it's here. And let's place it somewhere along the city. By the way, let's just read the description, let's see what it does. It sends out helicopters to pick up patients and take them to hospitals and clinics. Helicopters can reach locations with no road access and help avoid traffic jams. Okay, so this could fit pretty much anywhere. We don't have any location where hospitals cannot reach, so I don't know, this may even be a waste of money, but we need it to place that unique building. So let's place it in this location. This is a very isolated location, and I believe it will look not bad at all. So let's place it here. Let's see how it looks. I think it looks pretty cool. It has a huge upkeep, but money is not an issue right now. And let's see if we have unlocked the unique building. Yeah, there we go, we have unlocked it. This is a rather small building, so I might use it as a filler to cover up these types of locations that I cannot fit anything in here. So let's just see what else do we have. Construct the water treatment plant. That's pretty easy to achieve. Right now we only have these eco water treatment plants. So I wonder if we place this thing and we are going to unlock the tax office. Let's place it. Now let's delete this thing so the tax office is not going anywhere. And we can place it, I don't know, let's choose a location for it. I believe an appropriate location for it would be right next to this tribunal type of thing. What is this, by the way? I don't remember. The operation office, yes. I believe the tax office is going to fit very well next to it, so let's choose a location. I think I am going to place it on the lateral side, and let's place it right here. Okay, and let's cover everything with pathways. This is also not what I had planned for this episode. I wanted to mainly focus on the leisure island, but since we're at the topic of unique buildings, we can settle this. And yeah, I think this is a very good location for the tax office. Let's keep it there. Now let's go back to the leisure island and find out what we need to do with this. There's also another building that I want to put here, which is this thing. Where is it? The Floating Gardens, which is a water building, but unfortunately it is overlapping with the ferry line, so I need to rebuild them and then place this building. And yeah, what I think I can do is modify this coastal area, because I think I will want to put some parks and also some pathways here. So yeah, that's something that we can do right now. So let's do it. Okay guys, so I have terraformed this area, I have modified the ferry lines, and I've placed the floating gardens, which I believe turned out very nice. I really like this building, it's a very interesting building. And my logic when terraforming this area was, well, we have a current coming from here and another current coming from here, which is smoothing these edges of the shoreline. But it never gets to this land, so the river kind of goes in this direction and leaves this area unworked and unsmooth, leaving it with this rough area that is pretty much untouched by the effect of water. So that was pretty much my logic. It's not that natural looking. Well, it's a bit natural looking. I believe if this was a real map, I believe the rough and the raw aspect of it would be much more highlighted, but I have to work with the amount of available land that I had right now, and as you can see, I have no soil at the moment. But anyway, now that we have taken care of this, the first thing that I want to do is rework the metro connection. So let's just grab my metro station and let's place it. I don't know what is a good location for it. It needs to be a very central location, so I think this is going to be the best place for it, right on this center line. Here it is a very nice coverage, so let's place it there. Now let's rework the metro line. Alright, here we have the modified metro line. I even think it looks much better than what it was before. So I don't know, let's make a circular line that covers this entire area. I have also noticed that I did not put any metro station in this line. I was reserving that when I developed this area, and I forgot to do that. But that's not something that we need, because as you can see, we have everything developed to the max level already. So everything is level 5. But we are going to put, for the sake of realism, we are going to put a metro station regardless. So let's just put a single metro station at the commercial area. Let's put it here. Now we can delete this thing and connect it back. Okay, the metro station is built, so we can now add some stops to the existing line that we have in this location, and we can also create a new line that covers this area and is pretty much a circular line. So let's bring it all the way. We can skip this stop, but we can put a stop here. We definitely need a stop at the airport, and let's just turn back and cover everything here. And now let's make a line that goes the other way around. So another stop here, another stop here, and finally connect it back. Okay, perfect. This is also a good opportunity for us to start working on the terraform of this area, because this is not good. I could disguise this with trees, but I don't want to do that. I think it's much easier for us to start and modify this terrain a little bit. It's not that hard. So let's make a portion of land that covers this entire area. Hopefully we will have enough soil. and of course we do not have. I'm going to grab a bit of soil from this location. We still have to work on this little island, but we can at least get a bit of soil from here. And let's go back to the leisure island and let's rework this area a bit better. Also, there's something else that I've just remembered. This is a tourism district. Maybe I can even check it out yet. This little square is a tourism district, and there is a building that I want to put here, which is this big luxury hotel. I want to put it right in the middle. So we'll have to pretty much move this modern art museum to somewhere else, and I've already chosen a location for it. I'm gonna place it right here, but for that we need to demolish or at least replace this line over here, this off-ramp. So that's something that we can do right now. Let me just make sure we don't have any bus line going through it. We do not, so let's just delete it. Let's remove and put the Modern Art Museum in this little corner. I also think this is a good placement for it. And now let's place the big ass luxury hotel, and hopefully this will not take too much attention from the central piece that we have in the middle of the city. Well, it takes a little bit of attention. Now we have two gigantic buildings, but I think we can live with that because we have a high interest tower in this location as well. So I think we can live with this. Now that we are at it, we can pretty much zone the entire thing with commercial buildings and just see how well everything will look when it's zoned. So let's place the buildings here. Okay, and we cannot forget to rebuild the off-ramp that we had. So perhaps we can make it come here. Okay guys, so I've been thinking a bit better, and I don't think I want a bunch of buildings surrounding my luxury hotel. So what I think I'm gonna do is actually make a complex surrounding the hotel and kind of make a private park just for the people of the hotel. So I am going to zone these buildings on this edge and these buildings as well. There we go. And I am going to make a fence that goes all around the hotel. And let's just put the zoo fence because it's concrete. Let's make it come all the way over here, all the way over here. This is a good place for it. Alright, cool. Now let's come next to the off-ramp, and finally let's connect it to this area. Alright guys, look at this, I like it. And I don't even think I'm going to round the corners. I think this thing looks much better like this, with this rough geometric shape. So let's keep it at that. Let's resume the simulation, and then I'll just have to put some trees and maybe a mock pathway inside this thing. Before I end up this video, I just want to address something, which is the plans for this triangular shape that we have on the coastal area. As I've mentioned on the last episode, I don't think I'm going to place a zoo in the city because, well, zoos pretty much only have African themed animals and I'm playing on a snow map. But there was one of you guys that had a very interesting idea, which is to convert this into a winter themed park. And this is very plausible because we have a lot of unique buildings that are winter themed, such as this winter market and also this Christmas tree, and also a bunch of other parks which are winter themed. So I believe that is a good idea for this central area, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do on a future episode. Not the next one, but on a future one. Alright guys, but that's going to be it for today. In this episode we have set up the basic shape of the central piece of the leisure island. We have placed the most important buildings, and on the next episode we are going to create a park area, and we are going to decorate the entire thing so that it looks like this centerpiece is a unique and homogeneous piece. And I believe it is going to look a lot better. I know right now it looks like just a bunch of random buildings were placed on random locations, which is, well, exactly what it is right now, but I'm gonna make it look much better in the future, so stay tuned for that. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If so, and if you haven't done so already, don't forget to subscribe to this channel to get notified every time I post a new City Skylines video. Thank you so much for watching guys, and as always, have fun!